This is Let Sleeping Dust Lie on Elite. And a few things before you enter this quest. The first is that it's helpful to have an underwater action item, although not absolutely necessary. I have one on right now. It just means you could, when you're navigating the path of the quest, if you get a little bit turned around, it's not as urgent. And the second thing is that you want to summon your hireling as soon as you get into the wilderness, because once you're underwater, you can't summon the hireling. So you'll have to have your hireling before you actually enter the quest. All right, so this a lot of people
You
can
enter
get
the
lost in here.
submerged ruins
What
beneath
I do is I
Meridian.
always kind of go down, turn this way, and then you're going to be going this way, and then I go down this path, and I do a double left. So I do a left and then a left, and if you do that, you'll never get lost in this underground water. But sometimes it does
Water
take a
still
few,
clings to
a few
you as you make
practice
your way
runs to
onto
get it
land.
right.
A curious
When you,
Eladrin stands anxiously awaiting you.
all right, so this quest has an interesting dynamic in it. Basically, we can't kill. Once we read a journal, we can't kill spiders. Up until that point, we can kill as many spiders as we want, and that's good because with two-handed fighting, you can see I'm killing spiders even though I'm aiming for an ogre. So when we get to that second part, we'll want to make sure that we switch to a single weapon fighting, a single weapon instead of a two-handed weapon. And so I have a long sword. You won't want to use a bastard sword or a dwarven axe because those have strike through like two-handed fighting weapons do when you have two-handed fighting feats. You want to have any guards turned off of you, and you'll want to make sure. Okay, so there's the journal, very first room. So we are going to clear all 6 rooms before we read that journal. And the way you can tell is if it looks like there's sort of like a double collectible, that's the journal, the one that looks like a book. Um, you will probably at some point get into groups where they don't want to clear all the paths, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that approach. Depending on the build, if you're a build that's not you doesn't have a lot of strike through or has acid spells that don't damage the spiders, that's a perfectly reasonable approach to basically read the journal as soon as you encounter it. The reason I'm not taking that approach here is a few reasons. The first is that this series is designed
Some heavy
for
digging has been
people that
recently
are new to
performed
this
here.
game and also
There
people that are
must
using
be
this build.
something of value within.
So both of those things would make it better to clear the 6 passages first, and then once you've read the journal, you're going to get an objective that you can't kill any more spiders, and then you're also going to get an objective to find an ogre mage, and that ogre mage could be in any of these caverns. And you see, I'm like not really trying to kill spiders. I'm just killing them as I kill other things. So that's why it's so important to just clear these passages early before you get that objective. You don't necessarily have to kill the rats, but or the rats that are in the corners, but I usually do. All right, so this is passage 2. And so if it's a door that looks like like a gate, a door with like a lock symbol on it, like that one, or a door that you click on and can't open, that's the dead end for the area. So we've hit the dead end for both area 1 and 2. And now we're going to go to area 3, which is also the path that gets you to the
The
shrine,
Crimson Foot Queen is held
if
captive
you need a
inside
shrine.
this prison.
see. All right, that's path 3, and then once all the ogres are down, the spiders become neutral and eventually just disappear.
The gate is locked with no apparent way in. Whatever is beyond must be of great importance.
And we should probably clear this middle area too. And so this is openable, so it's not the dead-end way. And the ones without the door, the lever next to the door are the ones that can't be opened, like that one there. So it'll either be a door like that, or it'll be a door with a lock kind of key symbol on it. Since there was a champion there, I didn't really feel like taking the damage, so I just figured I would just kill it since we don't have the objective yet. While we're waiting for this guy to show up. Oh, there's 2 of them. I didn't realize there was 2. And this is area 5. Well, this is strange because normally there's a bunch of ogres there in the beginning part, so... In fact, I don't know if I've ever not seen them there. I wonder if that means that's where the ogre's going to spawn. I'll have to check that out. this is another one of these locked doors. And so that's all 6 cleared out. And so now we're going to read the journal, and then an ogre is going to spawn. And I don't know if it's related, but I've never seen this area not have ogres and spiders before. So I might just check this cavern out first to see if maybe that's some sort of a clue as to the spawn spot of the boss. I don't know that it is. I just figure I'm going to try it, check it out. All right, so we're going to go this way. Since the journal was path number 1. Alright, so now we can't kill any spiders.
Freshly written words.
They should
inform you
all
that
be
the
killed.
Spiders are not the real threat here.
But I'm going to put my
Their
hireling on
lives must be
passive,
preserved.
have them stand their ground here. I don't have any guards
Control
on.
them must be slain.
I'm not going to switch to my longsword until we get to the next part unless I see a spider. And there he is. So we got a little bit lucky there. So I don't. So the blind, eh? So I guess that didn't mean anything. That didn't mean anything that that other cave there was nothing in that normal spawn spot. All right, so that's an ogre magi. So as soon as he comes back, we'll finish him off. No magic missiles. Let me get my shield on. All right, we finally went down.
Kazi falls as the unmistakable.
So I grab the key.
Key dropping is heard.
And I'm going to now switch to my longsword. And we have to be very careful because we are, since we're now a little bit higher level running this as favor cleanup, for some experience, we're going to be a little more powerful than the last time I ran this, and we'll have to be more careful with the spiders. So what I'm going to do is whenever I see a ogre with spiders, I'm going to target the ogre and try to hit just the ogre. So I'm going to disable temporarily. I'm going to press G to disable auto targeting. That'll keep the targeting from getting switched between accidentally to a spider. So normally I don't like running without auto targeting, but this is one of those rare situations I want to switch it. Alright, so I'm going to right click, take him, try not to hit the spiders. And as soon as he dies, stop attacking. Alright, so they are now passive. There's another one. All right, so we got lucky. Here's the journal in the first path we checked.
Find the door that will be unlocked with this key. Make your way to
And
the
now
upper level of the cavern.
we have the key, and we need to get the key from the boss. He always spawns by this gate here, by path number 3.
corpse is one of the missing 12 members.
All right, for this part I can bring
His
back.
journal informs
There's
you of
no
the importance of
unfriendly
protecting
spiders
the
here, so I'm
Crimson
going to
Foot Queen.
bring back the hireling for this part. In this part, we need to protect the queen. And I'm going to have Luna order Luna to protect the queen. Alright, so now... We'll just keep an eye on her hit points. And of course, I'll try to get the aggro whenever I can on these. I'm going to ignore the, where is she at? Let's see, she is at full. So I'm going to ignore the archers unless there's a champion that's doing a lot of damage. I do not see any champions there. Have auto-targeting back on now. They're really... Alright, so this isn't like Giant Hold where you're done with the... where you're pretty much done. You have to kill these guys first. One time I learned the hard way that if you don't do that, and they kill the spider just with their arrows a little bit at a time, you eventually will fail the quest. So I think we weren't really that new to the game. We had never seen that before. We had left these archers up there because the spider was kind of far away, and we thought the objective was done. And just seconds before we were going to complete the quest, we got a failure notice that that the spider died, even though the objective was long gone. So you want to make sure you kill these last archers here, so Lucosa doesn't die on you at the very end and fail the quest. Alright, so now we haven't killed any Crimson Foot, so that's a good thing.
Allowing you access to the excavated area.
That means that we don't have to really worry about killing spiders in the last part, which I like, because it's a little bit tougher than those other fights. So orange is this sort of backward F. On the there'll be some puzzles. Blue is an H.
Cries out to protect the excavated mausoleum.
And then this symbol, which is, depending on how you look at it, is either like a plus sign or an F. That's red. And so now we just have to go to the end fight.
You must gain entrance to the prison cell and protect the Crimson Court Queen from being exterminated.
All right, this next symbol is the one that was red. Orange was this sort of backwards F. And then blue is what sort of looks like an H. That'll bring down the barrier. I'm dancing, although the dance animation doesn't seem to be working right now. And it's a good thing I don't have to worry about spiders here.
The key falls to his feet.
It's actually a pretty good level 9 or level 18 item. Intelligence 9, resistance 6. I'm going to keep this. This could fit into my gear set. I don't know if it will right now, but let's see, what am I wearing? I'm wearing this Unbreakable Stormreach helm, but could easily fit into a future level 18 gear set. So that is Let Sleeping Dust Lie on Elite.